It's time to start thinking about the mall. Now, we need to find a good area for doing that. Now, a good area is going to be something that provides copper down here and iron up here. Whether they're going to be enough, I'm not sure. Oh, we also have oil here, though, and I don't want to get rid of that node. So what I'm going to do is remove those so we've got a bit more space to work with and pop them down elsewhere so they're a bit more out of the way. Okay, so we're going to try and build our mall here. So this is a fairly big construction to get going with. Let's see where I want to start. So it's with this stuff here. So we're going to need... well, let's build the things we need first. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3 of those, or 5 of those. So let's get those going first. Then we're going to want just an inordinate amount of smelters. So let's just do a full array of 10. We're also going to need a lot of assemblers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At least to start with. And we can only build one because we're out of resources again, so let's go and collect some. Could do with some copper, so let's take some copper. I'm going to need a lot of steel, so I'm just going to take that and that, in fact. So 10, 11, 12. Then we're just going to need a lot of conveyors, a lot of sorters. So again, let's take steel. So what exactly is our mall going to be building for as well? As you can see, these things that I'm having to build now so that I can build the mall are the things that I want the mall to build. So I don't want to have to be making these gears anymore. I don't want to have to be making conveyors or sorters or assemblers. All of these things are going to be auto-built by the mall, so that I don't have to keep sitting around like this without much to do until these things get made. Okay, so we don't have everything that we need, but we certainly have some things that we can be getting on with. So I am going to want 3 extractors coming from the iron. They can go over the same nodes. It's absolutely fine to do that. It just means that that node is going to run out a little bit quicker. So just worth being aware of that. Oh, I must be able to get that last one. Come on. Oh, no. Now we lost another. It's got to be very fine tuning. No, it's not happening. That'll do. Okay. So, how are we going to do this? let's do it like this. We're almost out of sorters, so let's just resolve that problem. And in fact, let's go and collect some more resources because we are out again. Ooh, loads of coils. So let's just reduce that right down. And oh wow, yes, let's really reduce that down. We don't need that much overflow over here. Why is this not producing? Why is it not working, rather? It's taking too many coils, so yeah, I'm just getting rid of that for now because unfortunately the box is stealing all of the coils from this row here, which is stopping the research from going. And we've got plenty stored up here for now anyway, so yeah, that will do. How much does each cube cost in production? Let's have a quick look at that. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio of coils to circuits. Oh well, it's working now. Still not particularly fast though. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Let's take those out of the storage. Go over to this, and we'll just manually put some coils in there so that it can start building them, and then hopefully what we'll see in a moment is that this will start to back up with coils. I don't know that that will be the case, but that's, yeah, okay, it's just backing up a little bit there, and gone, and gone. So it's not backing up enough, but I kind of resolved the issue momentarily. Let's see if we can do even more to kind of help it out. Let's take some ores. Let's build loads of these rings. And we'll do the same thing here that we did with the research. We'll just stack loads of the rings in, because I think this is where the bottleneck is. As you can see, it's very slow to pump out these metal rings. So if I can just help that along to produce more of them more quickly, then yes, you can see that it's all starting to back up, which is a good problem to have. Does make me think that perhaps what we need to do is do another ring producer over here though. So let's do that quickly. Probably just screwed up a bunch of stuff because I had to remove the power, but it's a temporary problem. We'll fix it rather soon, so I shan't worry. And fixed. And then we just need sorter going out here. Okay, good. It looks as though the flow of iron is keeping up. This doesn't, it seems to be getting back up to around about 50. Yeah, so I'm not worried that I've kind of oversaturated this line by putting too many smelters on it. It's a common problem that you can come across where you just think, oh, I'll just add another thing to this line, and then it completely halts all production. So yeah, now that's producing double the amount of rings. Still not quite filling up as nicely as I would like it to, but it's obviously in a better situation than it was. Copper isn't a problem at all. Yeah, in fact, you can see that the yellow icons are blinking off and on these smelters, which means that they're full and can't produce anymore until something's shipped out. That's full. That's full. Okay, yeah, no, that's really good. In fact, we're now backed up on rings. Yeah, it's it didn't really require another one. I think it probably would have solved itself over time. It's just because I put this overflow in, but the overflow, as it turns out, was a bad idea. Um, but there you are. I don't really want these extra rings in here with me, so I'm going to pop them into the machine so that it's not clogging up my inventory. Right, got completely sidetracked. What were we doing? We were building sorters, which we can't do because we don't have any iron. So let's stock up on that. Let's do 20 of those. In fact, no, let's do 30. And how are we doing on conveyors? Only 23 conveyors, so I think another 60 would be good. So you can see that for two ingots and one gear, we get 3 times the amount of conveyors. So yeah, I've stuck 20 on there, so we'll get 60. Yeah. Had to double check my maths there. I started doubting myself, but no, I was right. Anyway, back to our situation over here. We'll add this one in a little bit later, but what we need to do now is start hooking all of this stuff up. So we've got plenty of sorters at this stage. So let's start hooking everything up, and we just need one more conveyor. Okay, now I believe that we want all ingots. Yes, we do. So ingots here, and we want to copy. Now, little tip for you. Well, there is a better tip, but it's one that I always forget to do. It's where you place one of these machines, and then if you shift left click it, it will copy not only the machine, but also the material that you've chosen to craft on it. So I'll just show you an example of what I mean now. So I could just place this, but it doesn't auto produce a material that it's going to craft. Whereas if I shift left click this, it creates it, and it also tells it to produce an iron ingot. Now I always forget to do this. So the other option, the one that I've gotten used to using, is to use this copy function. So I've set ingots on here. All I have to do is press copy, and then if you use the full stop or period key, depending on where you are in the world, full stop or period key, and just press it over the top, it just copies the recipe across to all of the different machines that you are hovering over. So those are all set up to ingots. What we want to do with those is set them up to all go into the same area and to meet in the middle here. And oh, actually, no, we don't. Let's, because the copper is down over here. So we kind of want them, it's difficult to say, because I don't want to get in the way of this oil, but equally I don't really want to have to copper all the way over here. I suppose it's going to have to be the case. Unless, is there any copper over there? No, there's not. Never mind. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to bring the iron down here, and we'll just hook that up there. And that's all the ingots that we are gonna, all the iron ingots that we're gonna need for now. Of course, we still need to add sorters to the outputs, and then we also need to actually get them producing, and the only thing stopping that is the lack of power. So I built a bunch of these power poles earlier, so let's stick one there to get it over, and then one there and one there. That should be everything powered up, I believe. Yeah, not seeing any power signals, so that's good. Okay, so that's our iron requirements. I'm just going to let it bottleneck there for now, whilst I go and deal with the copper. So, how do we want to do this? Let's have, oh, span it a little bit too far. Let's have that one there. That one there. Now, you can't build these mining machines on water for obvious reasons, but you can build the conveyors over water. Now, how many copper do we want? For now, we just want 3. So I just want to drag this over here a little bit further. Now, all the oil stuff I will do over in this area because it's a big, wide open area. But I want to try and avoid kind of encroaching on its space as much as I possibly can. So let's do this one. Oh, misplaced that. 2, 3. Oh, hold on. We do need more later though. If we, I suppose I could put a splitter there. Sorry, thinking out loud. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do later. Unless I add, yeah, no, okay. For now, this will do. We just need to get copper going. So again, let's add in some sorters, some sorters. Add those in, and just so that it is starting to actually produce something, I'm going to put in those in the power poles now. So those will be going, and then we just need one to power the actual miners. Let's just see how we're doing for power. 15. Everything's pretty much turned off at this stage. It's not doing a great deal. Aha! Now there is an issue. As you can see, research has halted because it doesn't require blue power. So let's quickly resolve that problem, and we'll have to do that manually. So let's just hover over the water. Now I know the coal production that we have going is somewhere in this region. Yep. So let's collect 50 coal from there, and 50 coal from there. And then we'll wait for this to refill. And 50 from there. Okay, so now that this research, we have all the materials in our inventory for this research to complete. That requires blue cubes. That requires blue cubes. Okay, that should be that problem dealt with for a while. I don't know how long it's been sitting like that, but never mind. As I mentioned, I'm certainly not a pro at this game, but I would like to think that I would have enough willpower and put in enough effort to try and figure out this game so I could do a speed run, but I don't have the patience or the willpower to only play one game and dedicate myself to that. I like to have a nice variety of games that I play, as you'll be seeing on this channel. So, I mean, I do tend to mostly play kind of like crafty, buildy, survival management kind of games, but you know, I play a wide variety. Right. Anyway, got completely sidetracked. So, we want. Let's just double check that I'm not missing something here. So copper comes in there, copper comes in there, and then the rings. Where will they come from? Ah, there. Okay. Let's. Let's actually think about this. I think what I might actually want to do is take out all this and instead, in fact, let's just get rid of that iron ore that's just accumulated in my inventory by crafting as many iron ingots as I can. What I want to do is actually bring this miner into this, and then we'll use this miner for... Oh, we're almost out of conveyors, so let's just get on top of that. And sorters... Oh, we're completely out of sorters, so yeah, let's make 20 of them. No, let's make as many as we can. Need to collect some iron.
Double-click the space key to lift off, and then use the arrow keys to control mecha movement. The moving speed will increase by 150%, with more energy consumed under flight. Pressing the Alt key can return the mecha to the ground during the flight.
Okay. Let's see, how efficiently can we build? I've just noticed a problem. Because of course, now that we're actually using this other miner, we actually need to power it. So let's just do that quickly. Okay, and we need more smelters, so let's get on that as well. We don't need 10, but we do. We will need more than. Well, I need 3 right now, but those other 7 will come in very very handy at a later stage. I'm just gonna remove the. Oh, actually, the sorters are building pretty quickly. I'll just leave it as it is. Now, how many can we actually fit in? I want to fit in 3. 1, 2, 3. It just works. It just works. Nearly there. They should be coming through any second. I'll just hang on. Oh, there's 1. There's 2. Okay, got plenty of conveyors now. They'll run out very quickly. They always do. But yeah, that's just the way this game goes. Okay. Now we have all the composite materials that we need to build our mall. In fact, I'm just going to rethink it once again. So I actually want all of the iron ingots to come down this way rather than that way. And let's add in those sorters so that the rings can start being built. So we want rings, we'll copy that, and we'll use the full stop key to copy that across. So rings being produced, iron ingots being produced, copper, I must have got distracted because I didn't do it right. So let's put copper ingots, and we'll copy, and we'll start bringing the copper over to where we need it. Now, as you can see, I'll just show this quickly. So the worlds are globes in this game, and as such, you'll see that the squares don't fully connect to each other, and that's just to kind of compensate for the curvature of the sphere. It means that you get kind of little ugly bits like that, but not much you can do, unfortunately. Just one of them things. So how do I want to build this? There isn't enough space to build it like vertically on my screen. It's going to require me to do this horizontally, but to do that, I just need to think carefully about where I want to place. I mean, I kind of have to do it here, but that's just in the way. I suppose I could bring these things down and then around, but that's just going to be super ugly and unnecessary use of conveyor belts. Oh, actually, I suppose I could. Mm. Oh, there's just no good decisions because these things are so far away. Um, let's think. Let's think. Hmm. We are getting low on conveyors again, so just while I'm thinking, let's get those going. Hmm. Yeah, I can't think of a convenient or pretty way to do this, so it is what it is. Let's get rid of that ugly piece. Let's bring this up here. Need one to go across, two to go across. So we want this one to go in here. Oh no, because yeah, if we're going to curve it round, no, it needs to be lower. Let's change that. In fact, let's do the curving first. Yeah, as I said, this is not going to be an elegant solution. It's going to be a solution that works, unfortunately. Just has to be done this way. Oh, good God, this is really ugly. Like that. Like that. Okay, let's bring in the other. Oh God, this is ugly. Okay, and then bring it back on itself. No, not immediately though. Because we kind of want it on both sides, so let's bring that back a little bit. In fact, what might help here is just some items to help me gauge. Oh no, of course, because we want those. Oh, still no good way of doing it. No, this might not work either. I suppose what we could do is just put it in one long row. But that's going to take a lot more room than I have. Oh, decisions. Decisions. Okay, I've kind of got an idea of what I could do. Depends whether I can build the thing that I need to build yet. In fact, no, no, it's not going to work because I would still need to get steel up and going, and steel is a long way away. I can build steel. We've researched it. But the thing that I was thinking about was using these. So these items will they'll go over ocean tiles, which means we can build on them. Which, as you can see, we've just got this big bit of lake here that would be really useful to have as land rather than water, and it's just in our way. So I think that's what I might do actually. Yeah, let's do it. Does mean that we're going to have to get steel up and going, which is not something that I thought I was going to be doing in this starting session. But you've kind of got to adapt to the land, like the the plan that I had for this has now got to adapt to the situation that we're in. Um, So, what we need for steel is coal and iron, I believe. Let's just double check that. I mean, it would make sense. It's how it's made in real life, but oh, I'm almost out of power. Let's make a temporary fix. Yeah, okay. You can see that we're completely out of power because we're moving like a slug. And we're mining things because we're moving like a slug. Okay, that's not going to last forever, so let's make a quick detour to go and grab some coal. In fact, let's just wait for these to refill and we'll grab some more as well. It's 150. Okay. So, with that problem solved, there is a better way of dealing with this situation. It's just, personally, I don't think oh no, I have unlocked the things that we need. Just don't know if I have the items that I need to be able to create them. Seems I do. Oh, that would have been useful to know about 2 minutes ago. So what I'm doing is I'm building 3 of these long-range power poles. Now, what do these do? Well, they transfer power over a long range. However, they have a secondary use. You notice that my power is just zooming up there. That's because when you stand in the middle of them, they will charge up the mecha, and then you can just recall them. And when I get into that situation again, I just replace them, recharge, and it actually saves me from having to worry. Oh, why can't I get to the ground? Go to the ground. Control C? No. Ah, how do I get to the ground? Alt. There we go. Knew it was something in that region. Okay. I really didn't want to have to do steel today. So, as I said, let's just double check what it is that they require. So they require a smelter to build them. Let's build a smelter, steel. Oh, it just needs iron. Interesting. Sorry, no, it needs iron ingots. So let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Do we need some more miners? Yes, of course we do. So miners, let's just do, well, let's do 5 so we've got some to hand. We keep on having to build these gears, so I'm just going to stick a bunch of those on the crafting menu as well, so we don't have to keep waiting for those as and when we need them. We've just got a little supply ready to go. Okay, now once again, this power stuff is in the way, but we don't need the coal anymore, so that's kind of useful. So let's do 1 miner. Bring that out to here, and we'll do 1, 2. Let's get rid of that and put that in there. Oh, wrong way. And how shall we do this? I suppose we might be able to get away with doing... I'm not quite sure that will work, actually. Let me just try something. No, that's as close as it will get. Let's try that. It's too close. Okay, that goes in. Oh, yes, excellent. Okay. Gonna need a storage. And pop that. Oh, no, it's going to be too close. 4, F1 there, 3, F4 in there. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. We're going to put iron ingots here, copy, paste, paste. Then we'll have 2 doing steel, copy, and paste. And they will put the steel in here. We'll need some power, which we don't have any power poles. So let's fix that problem. Couldn't build very many, so we'll go and restock in a second. But we just want that to go there, and that powers all of these things. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to kind of divide up here. It might do one then the other, which it looks like that's what it's doing. Yeah, one then the other, which means this middle one's getting perfectly divided between the two, and then this is fully feeding each of the other side, and then it's giving us some steel at the end here. Now, what we want in addition to this is stone. So let's just go over to our stone production. I would ideally like this automated at some point, but we don't need a ton of everything right now. Let's just take some prisms for later whilst we're here. Take some steel. Right, so what we can do is we can very soon, once this has finished researching, it's not far off, only 53 to go. We can start building some of the flooring, and then with the flooring, we can pave over the ocean. To any environmentalists watching, I'm sure you hate me right now, but this is a game, so we're going to say screw it to reality right now. Still doesn't exactly solve the problem. I mean, what this will do is it will give me more space to work with. Still doesn't really solve the problem of how I'm going to get around the issue that I've got, which is essentially I want these 3 lines to run right through the center of a mall. And then what the kind of space that we need to work with, in fact, let's try and figure it out while we're waiting. This will help us to space things out and know what we're dealing with. Oh, yeah, collects. That's what I was trying to do. Collect those as well. Okay, let's build a couple of storages. We keep on having to wait for them to be built, so let's just get 5, and then that future-proofs us a little bit. So this can be... We've just got that research done, so in fact, let's also, while we're trying to figure this out, let's build some of this flooring. So we can build 65, which sounds like a lot, but it really doesn't go very far. So let's just build as many as we can for now. So the storage can go flush with this because it doesn't really matter. Then we will need rows of assemblers. Actually, no, we'll need... No, okay. That's not the furthest that it goes. Actually, no, it probably is, but these are bigger. So let's figure out with the assembler instead. So we'll need one assembler and then another assembler. I'm going to be picking all of this stuff up in a second, so this isn't staying. Assembler, assembler. Then we need the 3 lines running through here. So let's figure that out. So copper. Well, in fact, it makes more sense for these lines to be the ones closest to it. So got 1. Just can't be easy, can it? It's really trying to screw me here. Okay, it's going to get messy spaghetti junction, which I was really trying to avoid. But I can't think of a kind of convenient or pretty way of doing this, so it is what it is. Unless... Ooh, now there's an idea. Yes. Okay. Bye-bye to all of this line, because we're going to run it in the opposite direction. Maybe it'd be an idea to put the entirety of that through the other direction. Food for thought. Yeah, let's see if that works better, because this is just a horrible mess which is making my brain sore. In fact, let's get rid of that as well. And we'll again run it back the way that we originally ran this conveyor. Let's just bring it over a little bit further than perhaps we need it to. But that gives us so much room to work with. Oh, I think this is probably the best, if not most convenient way I could have done this. So the ring line will run through there. The iron ingot line will run through there. And the copper line will run through there. Okay, I think I've solved the puzzle. We can get rid of this now, because we're gonna need to just replace it. Put things in the right areas. Okay, let's do this side of the line first. To do this side of the line, we might need to do some terraforming. How do we shrink? Minus. There we go. Now, when I was watching a YouTube video earlier that I'd never found before, apparently if you... Yes, it does work that way. Well, that would have been very useful to know 100 hours ago. Yeah, you can just click and drag, and does it use them more efficiently? It does seem to, actually. How many have I got left in my inventory? 12. It's a little bit better. What I used to do is just place down huge squares, and that worked. But if you're only working with a few, yeah, that kind of works.
You can click the replicator button at the bottom right of the screen to open the panel and manually
Right.
replicate these items.
Let's finally get going with this mall. In 2 seconds. 3, F4. Put these in here, these in here, these in here. Let's get these lines completely saturated so that when the mall opens, it's ready for business. Okay. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side of the line. May as well start it as close to this side as possible. 1, 2, 3. Oh, misplaced. Shift left. Oh, damn it. I meant to shift left click so that I didn't have to go back into the menus. There we go. I must start to remember to use that function because it is very useful rather than having to go, which button? Number 5, number and then yeah, if you can just shift left click it, brings the item up. I've possibly even taken this out a little bit too far. I'm not going to worry. As I say, the line is saturated now, so not the worst thing in the world. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go gear, conveyor, sorter, circuit, assembler, and gear. Yeah. Okay. So a weird mishmash of different things. Now, why am I doing this? So let's go through these things one so you can understand how it will work. So the conveyor belts, they require steel. They require iron, but they also require gears. So we have gears being built here, and what we're going to do is we're going to pop the gears straight into the conveyor, and the conveyors will also need iron, so we'll put the iron into it. If I just happen to know that the iron looks this kind of bluey silver color. The gears, what do they need? They also need iron, so let's go get our sorter and we'll put iron into the gears. So that's this part sorted. What we can do is put down storage and we'll put the conveyors in here. Now we don't want a full box of them. That would just be a waste of resources. We'll say fill up that far. That's probably too much. So each square can hold up to 200 conveyors. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1,200 conveyors. Which, yeah, we will need that many. But let's start with 1,000, and then see where we are. Okay, the sorters. Let's have a look at those. So the sorters require iron ingots again and circuit boards. So that's why we place the circuit boards here. So we're going to put the circuits straight into the sorters. We are also going to need copper going into the circuits and iron going into the circuits. Do they require anything else? They also require iron. So let's put the iron into the circuits. Okay, last bit. So we have assemblers. Now, what do assemblers require? Assemblers, they require iron ingots, gears, and circuits. And have I done that? No, I did it the right way. Okay, good. Whew. thought I'd have to change things around then. So we have circuits next to them. So circuits can go into there. And again, it will probably do 1 and then 2 and then 1 and then 2. So it will just split them evenly between those two outputs. They also require gears, which is why we have that one there. So gears will go into here. Gears require iron. So let's put those into there. Circuits require, oh no, that's already sorted. Is there anything else that the assemblers require? So iron, so just iron is the final thing. So we've now got the beginnings of a mall. We'll also put collectors down for the final product. So assemblers into there and sorters into there. We really don't need that many assemblers. I'm not sure how much they stack. I'll just do two open boxes. I wouldn't have thought it's more than 20 per stack, if that. It might only be 10, in fact, but still, if we can come back and collect 10 or 20 assemblers every time, that's plenty. And then it will just restock. For the sorters, again, I think these are 200 per stack, so let's do the same thing that we did with the conveyors. We'll have 5 open slots, so 1,000 can be created and stored. All that really remains is to make sure that everything is powered. So the only thing that's not that over there. You can see that they're already starting to work. So the sorters are fully powered, so they're starting to fill up the chest. The assemblers are fully powered, so they're starting to, and the only thing that's not is these gears. There's just that one sorter that's not supplying the gears, which means they're not supplying the conveyors, and now the conveyors have started. So we have ourselves a mall. Yay! No more. Well, I mean, we may craft assemblers and sorters on our own now and again. But for the most part, as long as I remember to come back here when I'm running low, it should be fine. That's only half the mall, though. Only half. So we've still got more to do. This is half a mall. These are the things that we needed immediately. I suppose the other thing that we kind of need immediately is smelters. Now, there is not a particularly good reason. Well, in fact, no, there is a good reason that I didn't put smelters on this side, and it's because smelters require circuits, I believe. Let's just double check that. Smelter, yes, they do. They require circuits. They require 4 circuits, and this circuit maker is already in the middle of 2 things, so we didn't really want to put a third onto it, and yeah, it means that these 2 won't work as efficiently, so it's better to put the smelter on the other side. So with that in mind, let's start building the other side of this. The other side of this mall. Okay, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I did actually build this out just a little bit too far. We will go and sort that momentarily. Let's just get this sorted first. In fact, it's not a bad thing either, because if if it does start to chew up materials really quickly, this gives it a little bit more of overflow. So actually, I'm going to leave it as it is. Certainly, we don't need the overflow for the rings because they're going to be producing forever and a day. But yeah, so but definitely for the oh. we have a problem. These three are the only ones that are actually flying this line, and they're doing it admirably well, to be fair. They are not, in fact, just these two alone are managing to do it. This one, okay, this one is occasionally putting one into the line, but let's just fix that problem. Okay. Right, this side of the mall. So what do we want on this side? We want, firstly, we want power towers, or Tesla towers as they call them. I just call them power towers. Then in this one, we want coils. Then in this one, we want gears. Then in this one, we want... Oh, okay, no, that is a placeholder for an as yet unresearched material. So we're going to skip over that one. And I'll explain why. Oh, actually, do you know what? I think I've actually already unlocked it. Yeah, I have. Oh, no. Electric motors. That's not what it's for. I wrote down EM engine, electromagnetic engine. Maybe it's just been changed to electric motor. Or maybe I just I wrote the wrong thing down. Let's have a quick... that should help me figure it out. Electromagnetic turbine. So actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to double check that. I'm not gonna worry about it for right now because we don't need them right now. So yeah, after the gears, it's whatever is missing, and then we want another set of coils, and finally, oh no, I misspoke. I actually made that almost perfect length because I am missing an assembler. I'm also missing an assembler in my inventory, so let's fix that problem. Pop that in. Oh, I couldn't have guesstimated that better. That was actually perfect. Actually, absolutely perfect. So we want coils there, we want smelters here. And we want circuits here. Okay, so now it's just a case of doing exactly what we did before, going through, linking things up. And again, I will explain what I'm linking up as we're going through. So first of all, the Tesla towers, what do they require? Tesla towers require iron and rings. So we can get the iron from the bus. We can get rings from here. The rings require iron and copper. Okay, that's the Tesla towers done and the rings done. The gears, what are the gears for? Oh, the EM engines, but we don't have the EM engines, whatever they are. Oh, no, I did make a mistake. Yeah. Oh, bugger. Delete, delete, delete. Let's put those back in and put the correct things on them. So that's the EM engines, and then on the other side of the EM engines, we want coils. And then we want the smelters. And then we want the circuits. There we go. Okay, so those gears are obviously going to be for this. So maybe that will help me actually detect what it was that I intended to build there. They do need gears, they do need coils, and they do need iron. So I'm pretty sure it's actually these here. I just miss. I wrote down the goddamn wrong thing. Unfortunately, I can't. There's no way for me to check right because the other item that I thought it might be, I don't know the materials. Oh no, we do know the materials. There they are. So motors and the coils. So yeah, until we've built the engines, or sorry, the motors, as they are actually called in game, there's not much I can do. So yeah, we can build those motors here. So what do the motors require? They require gears. So 3, F4. So let's get the motors in. They require coils. So let's get the coils in. And the final thing they require are the whatchamacallits, the gears. No, sorry, the iron ingots. So again, we're almost out of sorters, but we have them all now, so we don't have to craft ourselves. Just go and collect 200. Excellent. Well, that's going to save us a lot of time and effort and worries. So the the ingots go into the gears. The ingots also go into the motors. The ingots go into the coils, as do the copper ingots. Okay, last thing. Smelters. What do smelters require? Well, I'm pretty sure that they require circuits, because otherwise, why would we have built a circuit assembler there? But what else do they require? So they require, quite a lot. Yes. Oh, have they changed their recipes? Because this no longer works, if so. Oh, no. No. It's fine. It's fine. Stop panicking. Coils. Circuits. Iron. And the final thing, which we don't have here, is stone. But that's okay. That was by design. So what we're going to do is we are going to fill this, which is why we took the time to build the stone processing earlier. What time are we on? 8:49. So we're going almost 2 hours now, which is pretty much spot on for where I hoped we'd be today. So I'm not too disappointed with that at all. Let's take as much stone as we can. And I'm also gonna delete the glass there, because this is getting rather full with glass, and has not got a great deal of stone bricks in there. So let's just take all the stone bricks and pop them into that new cargo box. Now, if I remember correctly, if you control-click, it moves all of the same type of item into the box. I don't want to move all, so I'm just going to take one stack back so I've got some on me. But I think that is everything. Let's just check. Is everything working as it should be doing? The 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's right. And then coils, and then okay. So I am missing one thing, which is this here. Let's just place that in, and we'll do sorter into it, because those are going to. In fact, I don't think it's unlocked yet. No, it is. plasma. Excellent. And then the storage here is going to do multiple things as this one is doing. So it's going to first of all store the engines. It's also going to store the plasma once it gets created, but it's also going to take prisms from here. So that's another thing that we need to go and we need to autofill this. Thankfully, we don't need a great deal of the plasma, and there will be better ways of producing it down the line. So it's more of a temporary thing, just so we've got something building. Here's where I'm thinking that I possibly should have opened that up just a teeny bit more. So we've only got 300 of the prisms. So let's control click for all. Oh, we had some prisms from earlier, but actually we do want to keep some on our person. I can't remember what they're used for, but I know that they're used for some. It's one of those things that I always go, damn, I've got no prisms. So I'm just going to keep a stack on. So they require coils. They are receiving coils, but they have none. Ha! That makes me think that the coils are not working. That's why. I stacked that sorter incorrectly. So it should be rings into there. Okay, so now those rings are being produced. Where do they go to? Oh wow, the rings are getting split between 3 different things. So we really want to limit how much plasma slash and how many plasma things and engine pieces we're creating, because mind you, the smelters are going to be limited as well, aren't they? Oh yeah, in fact the smelter's going to be far more limited than the other bits. Yeah, that's open quite a lot. That's open enough. It's got 3 stacks. Let's stick it to two stacks. Makes me think that other things are possibly not working as well. So circuits. Why are circuits? Oh, there we go. That's why circuits aren't working, because they don't have any of their resources. So let's fix that very quickly. Copper into there, iron into there, and those circuits are now producing. Lovely. Circuits going into there, that's producing, and we have smelters. Good. In fact, let's just go through and check that all of the final products are actually being produced. If they're not, we know that there's a problem with one of the intermediate products, so we can go back and check. So the plasma is being created because we have that in there. We know that they are, because that's the only item in the box. They are, and Tesla towers. Oh, we didn't put cargo down for them. We don't have cargo, so let's produce 5 of those quickly. And we'll get 1 of them in here with a sorter flowing in. We don't need a ton of these. Well, we do over the long haul, but we don't want a box full of them, so we'll just very much limit that. However, it doesn't seem to be producing because it's not getting rings. Why is it not getting rings? For the exact same reason that it wasn't getting rings. It doesn't require ingots, it requires rings. Always worth just going back, checking that you haven't made any mistakes. Okay, that is our mall. Wow, That was a massive chunk of effort, but it was worth it because none of these things are things that we now have to produce by ourselves when we run out of conveyors, as we probably are right now. 75, yeah, not a great deal. Let's take a stack of 300. That should keep us going for quite some time. Let's see, sorters. How many do we have? Looks like okay, we've got 190. So yeah, we picked up those up relatively recently. Stack of 50 assemblers. Wow, that's a lot of assemblers, and we can still carry that stack of 50. Lovely. So don't need to worry about assemblers for a long time. Smelters, they've only just started to be produced, but we will stock up on those. And yeah, let's. In fact, one thing I'm going to do as well, just because there are things in my inventory that I just don't want to be carrying right now. So we're just going to put this temporary storage box here. We can do something with the copper. We can't really do anything with the silicon or the titanium. And the stone, okay, we'll do stuff with those things. Let's build as many copper as we can with what we've got. Let's build as many iron as we can with what we've got, and let's build as much stone brick as we can with what we've got. As you can see, that's just cleared out a bunch of the random shrapnel that was in my inventory that was peeing me off. Excellent. So I think all I'm going to do, in fact, we can pick those up from the box, so we'll go and do that in a second. We could do with a few more storages, so let's just build 5 of those. But everything else, in fact, we can get rid of the cogs now, we can get rid of the magnets now. In fact, no, I'll keep them just in case. I'll keep them just in case. We may as well place that wind turbine. It's just clogging up space in our inventory. You can increase the size of the inventory. That's, in fact, I don't know why I've not done that already. I've probably just been wasting a ton of research material. Well, not wasting it, but just not utilizing it properly. So where were we up to? We've got steel, we've got drive engine, we've got drone engine. Do we have? Yes, we have drone engine. Got a ledger. Okay, fluid storage. We definitely don't have that. So let's grab fluid storage. Let's grab plasma extract refining. There it is. What does it require? Not sure why it's grayed out. Should be blue if we can build it. Oh, it's because, okay, it needs that, and then it can produce that. That's fine. Energy circuit. Energy circuit. Huh. Maybe that's an upgrade. Oh, yes, it is. That's why I couldn't find it. Energy circuit going in there. Now, this requires other material with that. Or actually look at the the list of materials when that comes up. Universe exploration, environment modification we've already got because we just kind of needed it. Improved logistics after that. So let's add improved logistics on. Oh wow, that's already done. Not even got through putting all the new things on yet. Energy matrix will be the next one. This will give us access to our next level of research cubes. There they are. We'll add that on at the end. Semiconductor material, which is here. Grab that. Solar collection, which is here. Grab that. I don't think we're going to be able to put any more on. Basic chemical refining or engineering. Engineering. Okay, maybe one more then. Magnetic levitation technology. Yeah, cube full. So that's as much as we can pop on there. Excellent. Right, I think that is that's going to be it for today. So good 2 hour session. I'll be chopping this up on YouTube so that these little sections are more digestible. But yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw, why not subscribe? It would be lovely to have a new follower on Twitch, or alternatively, if you're on Facebook or Twitter, or Discord even, you can find me in all of those places. Have a look in the Twitch channel information. You'll find all of the links to my various social channels. But yeah, I hope if you were thinking about playing Dyson Sphere, then I hope I've maybe convinced you to do so. As you can see, it gets complicated, but it's good fun. It's good trying to solve all these little logistical nightmares that came up. I had a really good plan of what I was hoping I was going to get just a teeny bit further than I did. Oh, in fact, you know what is probably an issue? As I see everything flashing. Ooh, we're definitely pushing our power to the limits. We'll definitely need to fix that, but we'll fix that next time. Anyway, let's leave it there for now. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, take care. And I will be back online tomorrow. So another live stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's game will be Banished. Banished is possibly one of the best. It is deceptively simplistic, but really, really good. Banished is kind of, whenever a new kind of medieval city builder gets built nowadays, the instant kind of comparison that most people go is, oh, it's like Banished. Banished is kind of like the benchmark for how good a medieval city builder can be, because it's simplistic, but it's just perfect, just really good. Anyway, until then, have a lovely day. I shall catch you again soon. Bye bye.